Yes, good afternoon. Day 3 of the January 2024 transfer window. Tottenham Hotspur's never boring. We should create a song about it because it's never ever boring. I have titled this video Levy doing Levy things. Now, before all the Daniel Levy fans get on my back, I'm just doing this video off the back of a stream we've done this morning where fans have immediately labeled Daniel Levy with the same old accusations. Rightly so, wrongly so. Let's have a look. So this transfer window all started probably last week before the window opened, maybe even longer than that, when we heard Spurs are in talks with Jean-Clair Todibo. And I think a lot of us went, yeah, we'd like Jean-Clair Todibo. Good player, athletic, good on the ball, good age, plays for a club that don't concede goals, plays for France. And we're all thinking, hey, this is good. Then, as it gets towards January the 1st, we start hearing that might be wobbling, that a deal's going to be difficult to do, i.e. too expensive. Sorry, the cynic in me coming out there. And we start hearing it's about Dragusin. Now, anyone that's seen Dragusin play will know good player, good defender. Seems like a solid signing. That's fine. If you don't get Todibo, get Dragusin in. Sure, that's great. Most people are sitting there going, okay, well, look, we've started talks before the transfer window was open. Get this deal done, locked in on the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, whatever it may be. Get it over the line. It shouldn't be a difficult deal to do, right? No offense, but Genoa are a decent team, but they're a mid-table to bottom half team in Serie A that won't pay the wages we can pay, that haven't got the ambition that we've apparently got, right? This should be a deal that we can get done. This is a 21-year-old, 30 million euros is the asking price. You would think Tottenham need a centre-half. Daniel Levy knows we need a centre-half. You would think, bish, bash, bosh, done. Now, I'm just looking at the overcritical side. We'll look at the positive side in a minute. I'm just looking at both sides of the fence. I try to with my videos, okay, before people go mad and say, oh, you're always moaning. I'm just saying what the general consensus from the chats that I've been in on YouTube shows, people getting frustrated already that it's Daniel Levy being tight. Now, what you can say is this. First of all, let's look at it. It's the 3rd of January. There's no panic. There's no rush. Or is there? This is a Tottenham team that don't have a fit, proper centre-half. Ben Davies has done well, but he's a left-back. Emerson Royale, I want to say, has done fairly well, but I don't really rate him at all. He's a right-back. And Hojbjerg Dier, according to all sources, looks like he's leaving. We'll look at that in a minute. As David Ornstein has said, there's a number of Premier League teams that are looking at him. So when you look at that, you can look at it two ways. It's the 3rd of January, not a big deal. Or, come on, we need a centre-half. This isn't a difficult deal. Why is it not done? Now, let's have a look at what started all this, okay? So as you can see here, yesterday, there were a number of tweets from the likes of David Ornstein, Matty Law, Damasio, and Fabrizio Romano, who I always use as a reference point, he said this yesterday, that Radu Dragusin has accepted all details of the Tottenham contract proposal as personal terms have been agreed, as revealed last week. Despite public statements on the new deal, he's now waiting for Spurs. And then Romano's gone on to say Spurs and Genoa remain in talks to get the deal done very soon. He then retweeted this later in the day, and everyone was going, hang on, we could get this wrapped up in the next few hours. Then we hear this. So this was the first thing we heard. Then we got this last night. It's never easy, is it? When we got this from his agent. Now, I always take with a pinch of salt, old salt BAE. I always take it with a pinch of salt, and I'd love to know what you guys and girls think. This is what Radu Dragusin's agent said last night. Some very interesting things in here. He said, Radu does not think about money, but about prospects for growth and the team he can play for. We were contacted by Saudi Pro League clubs, but he did not even want to listen to their proposals. Personally, I have not been contacted by Napoli, Roma, or Milan. In any case, and here's the interesting bit, in any case, Radu is not thinking about leaving Genoa mid-season. It would be like leaving some unfinished business for him. I have had contacts with clubs in the Premier League, including Tottenham and others. But at this moment, he does not want to leave. If Genoa talk to someone and reach an agreement, we will listen to their proposal. I don't know exactly what ideas the club has and what formula they would eventually consider for sale. Now, this is all it's so 2023 transfers, isn't it? Nothing straightforward in the world now. The worrying thing for me is you've got Romano and Ornstein saying the player has agreed personal terms. The player is delighted. He wants to sign for Tottenham. He wants to leave Genoa. Then you've got the agent saying he does not want to leave, but we'll listen if the club accepts the offer and we'll take it from there. I mean, what do you do with that type of information? So, what do you think? Is the agent just trying to drive up the price? Is the agent just playing mind games? Is the agent trying to speed things along from Tottenham and any other suitors? Lots of rumours and reports that Napoli and Barcelona are already in bids for Dragusin as well. Just rumours and reports. But for me, this all boils down to Daniel Levy. And here is why. I'm going to share my screen with you here. I'm going to share this one. So this is what what Romano said this morning. So this was about 9 a.m. this morning. After yesterday saying a deal was nearly done, he has said Tottenham and Genoa have a new round of talks already scheduled to advance. I mean, I don't know how many rounds of talks we need to get a 30 million euro player over the line. Initial verbal proposal from Spurs is around 23 million euros, while Genoa's asking price is 30 million euros. By the way, 30 million euros is 25.9 million pounds as of the exchange rate this morning. Contacts will continue soon. Postecoglou still convinced he wants Dragusin. Now, this is where people get frustrated. Now, as with anything, do we know 100% of the story? Of course we don't. We're football fans. We chat about football for a reason. We love the speculation. We love the hype. We love the drama. We love anything to do with our clubs. So before I get loads of comments going, oh, that's why you're on YouTube, not a football manager or a football owner. It's just football, right? But this is where people get frustrated. This is a centre-half that Postecoglou wants. He's identified him, right? Why are they messing about? 23 million euros to 30 million euros, right? All we need to get this deal done is to find another 3 million pounds in sterling. Let that sink in. If this is true. Now, again, I'm just speculating. I'm just saying why people are getting frustrated. Some people saying, don't worry, we'll get it done. To be honest, I believe that we will get this deal done. 95% of me thinks this deal will get done. And I think he will be in the stand or presented on the pitch before the Burnley Cup game on Friday night. Now, that is, what is that? That is 56 hours away from now. Am I being too ambitious with that? Other people go, well, hang on. Look, we did this with Van der Ven, where it took 5-6 weeks to get the deal done. Other people saying, come on, we know what Daniel Levy's like. So I'm asking, what do you all think? Is more patience needed? Is this the rod that Daniel Levy built for his own back with how he's worked in the transfer market for years and years and years? If Spurs are interested in challenging for titles, whether it be this year, next year, the year after, can we be seen as a club that are scraping around to pay £25 million for a centre-back? Some people will think it's good, get players for as cheap as possible. But this isn't an £80 million player. So when people say things like, oh, we should get Bastoni, we should put in a bid for Ivan Toney, can you believe these players that would be 80, 90 million? Could you believe Daniel Levy would get a deal like that done when he takes this long to get a deal done for a 25 million centre half? But what it does show you For anyone in the summer's going, this is good. Daniel Levy's taking a step back. No, he's not. Can we please all agree on that? Daniel Levy's not taking a step back. He's involved in all the negotiations. The buck stops with him. It doesn't matter if Paratici's there, Johan Lang is there, Scott Munn is there. It will always be Daniel Levy. Listen, as I've said, I think it will get done. I'm just asking questions. I think this will get done soon. I think it would look terrible for Daniel Levy if he didn't get it done. So I do believe this will get done. I almost believe we might get a here we go tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm interested to know your thoughts. Are we vilifying Levy for what's gone on before? Are we justified, not we as in all of us, but some of us, are we justified in vilifying him for what he's done before? Let me know. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. In other news, just really, really quickly, just a couple of bits from David Ornstein. I'm not going to share that one. I'm going to share this one. Stop getting present. Share screen. Let's have a look at the Spurs Express because they've got all of it on there. So if we have a look at what the Spurs Express are saying, I've done it again, haven't I? I've absolutely done it again. Present, share screen. Where is it? The Spurs Express. There it is. Right, here it is. So if we look at that, the Spurs Express have said here, Papa Matar Sarr, great news, is not injured and is travelling with Senegal to the African Cup of Nations. So some good news there. That came out from Dan Kilpatrick. Then when you look a bit further down, there was just confirmation about Dragusin. You look a bit further down, and David Ornstein has said that there is expected to be interest in Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg from clubs in the Premier League as well as abroad. So keep an eye on that one. That's going to be a story that I think is going to drag out for this window. Then when you go a bit further down, it says here, again from Ornstein, said that Spurs would very gladly allow Eric Dier to leave on a free transfer this month in order to get his salary off the books, given that he's out of contract in the summer and not part of the club plans. So let me know what you think about that as well. Dier possibly going, Hojbjerg possibly going, Papa Sarr, the injury is not what they thought it was. It's actually okay. Dragusin news. It's all happening. Join me live tonight at 8 p.m. as we look at the Spurs transfers from around the world, and a general chat about Tottenham Hotspur. 8 p.m. tonight, Savat and guests. But please like, please subscribe. And as always, come on, you Spurs.